Welcome to the Heart of Giving. I'm Heather Clemens, the marketing consultant for the United Way of the Mark Twain area. This podcast will highlight one of our partner agencies that is making a real difference in the community we all share. We invite you to listen and think about how you can give back, whether it's by volunteering your time or making a donation to support the work happening here at home. As we look ahead to Giving Tuesday, we encourage you to join us for a special event, Charcuterie for Charity, happening Friday, December 2nd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Rialto Banquet Hall in downtown Hannibal. Now from the Burt Studio at Hannibal LaGrange University, here is today's conversation featuring one of our partner agencies.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Jose, and here with me is Thiago. Today on our podcast, here we have Amanda Bowen from the Salvation Army. And the Salvation Army is a partner agency of the United Way of Mark Twain. Thank you for being here, Amanda.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So I know I already kind of introduced you a little bit, but can you start with introducing yourself a little more? Maybe tell us how you first got involved with the Salvation Army?
Sure. I have lived in Hannibal my entire life, so I'm very familiar with the town and the surrounding towns. The Salvation Army and I came together during employment. I learned so much about what we do and why we do it. It's a passion of mine. It speaks to my heart. So I have been with the Salvation Army now for 5 years as the family case manager.
Can you tell us about the services that the organization provides and which ones do you think is the most important for the community?
Well, they're all important. Right now, though, food insecurity is extremely real. So we do have our food pantry, which is accessible every 30 days. And we're actually located in the very back of the family store here in Hannibal at Steamboat Bend Shopping Center. So there's a lot that goes on in the back of the store that no one realizes. So we have our food pantry, which is accessible every 30 days. We offer clothing vouchers for families who are in need of clothing. We do monthly emergency assistance for utilities, rent, or whatever the individual needs. We've even covered medications for some folks that their insurance doesn't cover that. We have our emergency disaster services, so I'm sure that the canteen has been seen around town. Usually when we have it, we try to have that for events to make our community familiar with it. But basically, if there is a fire, for example, and we're asked to come, we will come with our canteen. We will assist the first responders, the community around them, and try to support them while they do their job.
Can you tell us about a story that highlights why the organization is important and how it impacts the people in the community?
There's a lot of reasons why the Salvation Army is important. The biggest one is, of course, the mission of the Salvation Army, and that is to meet the needs of our communities without discrimination in the name of Jesus Christ. And we do that. I would love to think that we do that. We just want people to know that we are here. We're here to help. Most of the time when people think about the Salvation Army, they think Christmas. They see our red kettles, they see our bell ringers, and we're here all year round. So it's not just at Christmas, although that is around the corner. So we will be providing, again, food boxes for those in need. Another service that we offer that's fairly new, it's a couple of years old now, is our veteran boxes, which is Service for Sacrifice. And it is just a monthly food appreciation box that they can pick up at our local VFW once a month. And it's something that we're providing to the veterans. The Salvation Army is known for seeing gaps within services and trying to fill those gaps within the capacity of the organization, and that was just a small thing that we're able to do to thank our veterans.
And for the people who want to make a difference, how can they get involved with the Salvation Army?
Oh, time, talent, or treasures. Those are the very best things. The most easy, most common is shop at the store or donate to the store. Those two fundings, along with the United Way, is what continues the work that I'm able to do in the back of the store. So that's the big one. Also, the other is we have an advisory council as well as committees that individuals can serve on, and those are so important. We cannot be everywhere. I have lived here my entire life, but I have not lived in Monroe City. I have not lived in Lewis County, Shelby County. We service 5 different counties around us. And to have individuals who live in those areas serve on a committee and voice what they see within their communities as a need, that's what we want.
Is there a specific need the organization has that people can help with, like anything in particular, and how can we step up to support that need?
Well, there's always going to be bell ringing. That's the most fun. We have a lot of individuals that volunteer as well as service organizations that volunteer, and they have a nice, friendly competition every year to try to win the golden kettle for who can raise the most money on that service committee. But, ringing bells is the most common. Choosing a family off the angel tree is another common. Of course, financial is always wonderful, but sometimes it's not feasible. But there are so many other ways that you're able to help. And one of the biggest, most important, I truly believe, is serving on a committee or on the advisory council. We are not a governing council, but at that same point in time, those individuals are who direct what's needed the most in the areas that we may not see.
Okay. On December 2nd, we have a special event coming up, the charcuterie party. Can you tell us more about the event and how to get involved with that?
I think this is actually the 3rd year that they're doing this. We're going to be at the Rialto, and it's going to involve a matching grant. So the Riedel Foundation, which is a major support to so many organizations beyond the Salvation Army, they are offering a matching grant up to, I believe, $3,000 per organization. It's a very fun event. It gives individuals who may be new to our community come down and experience that. You will meet so many people who play a very big role in the areas that you're living in now. It's also a great opportunity to have really good food, a lot of laughs. It's always interesting. There's always something new going on every year. I can't even remember now. Oh, yes, I can. The first year, we had homemade candies. Last year, we had a s'more charcuterie table. I do not know what we're going to have this year, but it will be different. It will be fun. And it's just a great opportunity to come down and see and meet some of the organizations. And it's also a great opportunity for local churches, because I know that they're always looking for a way or a place to direct, their congregation or those seeking assistance. So it just gives it a more laid-back opportunity to find those resources in the community.
For those that want to learn about more of the Salvation Army, those that want to volunteer and donate and more of that nature, where can they go to get that information?
Well, they can always just come see me. I have a lot of individuals that do that, and I'm more than happy to give them the quick tour. But the Salvation Army is more than a building. It's a place within the community. And if you want to help or volunteer, stop in. You can contact Jake Reed, who is our donor relations specialist, or Matt Schmidt. Both of those individuals, they play a huge role in what goes on in our community, and they can definitely direct to what's needed the most that they're seeing.
And before we finish, is there anything else I'd like to add? Anything we haven't touched on yet?
I think that we have touched on all of the key essentials, but the biggest thing is to know that there's not anything that's too small. A lot of people, I think, 2 or 3 cans of food, that's not going to make any difference. Well, when you have probably at least 10 or 15, 2 or 3 cans of food coming from each individual, makes a huge difference. You're placing food on someone's table who otherwise may not have it. So don't ever think that something that you say or do or contribute in any way, shape, or form is too small, because when you have a community like ours that's as close-knit as ours, and they come together and do that, whether they do it planned or unplanned, it makes a major impact.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for tuning in to The Heart of Giving. We hope you've been encouraged to take part in building a stronger community. For more information about our partner agencies or to get involved, visit unitedwaymta.org. Until next time, I'm Heather Clemens. Thank you for listening and for being a part of the Heart of Giving.